I thought you guys played as well. I said this yesterday, as any team has played in a singular game this year. When did you feel, at what point in the game, Andrew, did you feel like, man, we are sharp today? We are really buttoned up.
I think it's one of those things you start to feel as the week goes on. Obviously, throughout my career, you've played in a lot of big games, a lot of big moments, but really feeling, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, not just the way things were executed or how practices went, but just kind of the energy and the attitude guys had of like, hey, this is a chance for us to prove, against a really good football team that we're one of the best football teams this season, because that's the season we're in and it's all that matters. And we get to say, this is where we are and who we are at this point in the year. And I think guys were excited for that op, and it showed in the way we played and the way we executed as a team.
Yeah, incredible urgency. My interpretation is you're doing more straight drops as a team, less play action. Matt, get back there, 7 steps, find the targets. That's what it feels like to me. Less deception, more line them up. Let's see what we got. Am I wrong, right? Tell me what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, we really are. I think we're a team now that we're kind of just dropping back with the quarterback and letting him be special like he is. And up front, it's a different thing. Now we're really working on pass protection and having the ability to give him time and the chance to make those plays. And that part of the, really for us offensively has been the biggest, bright spot for us, is that we started this season protecting the quarterback, letting him make plays and showing the talent and ability he has. And I think really the relationship between Sean and him is really showing up as they're able to kind of pull on each other and ideas and philosophies for how to attack defenses. And so far it's showed up really in our passing game.
You played Tampa last year, by the way, and the defense, to me, felt more aggressive. Tampa's defense this year, it's not the same. Some of it JPP's injury, but as a tackle, what was Tampa's defense last year that won a Super Bowl, dominated the Super Bowl, and Tampa's defense this year? What's the difference? Because the numbers tell you it's not the same.
Yeah, I think really you look at it last year, probably the first half of the season, they were a team that really you saw more from a standpoint of bringing more pressures, really aggressive at certain times in the season. And as the season kind of went down and they got in the playoffs, I think you really look at the numbers, it kind of looks like they brought less and less pressures and played more, move to the next down type defense, like bend but don't break. And Tom Brady and obviously their offense were extremely hot there the last part of the season. And I think that was kind of the style they played with. And this year, I think you've kind of seen a mixture of both, but really it's been more of relying on their great pass rushers up front and a little less bringing pressure. And I think it's one of those things that, if you protect against those guys and give a quarterback time, eventually people are going to get open. And we were able to do that Sunday. Obviously, JPP being out was a huge miss for them because what a great player he is and has been for quite some time. But, when you're able to hold up against a team that's not bringing as many guys, eventually people are going to be open, especially with the skill players we have and really with the job that Matthew Stafford's doing at quarterback.
I mean, Cooper Kupp is putting up Jerry Rice numbers, Brandy Moss. He went to my alma mater, Eastern Washington University, the Harvard of the Palouse, it should be noted. But Cooper's one of those guys. I tell my buddies, he's way faster than people think. He gets out of routes really quick. And is it by design Cooper's numbers are so great this year? Is it just luck of the draw? The coverages are dictating it. He is putting up monster numbers. Why?
Well, I think his ability to produce after the catch has always been there. And then obviously what he does for us just down in and down out in the running game, passing game, everything. But one of the things I noticed this week is on Friday when we finished practice, I watched Matthew and him sit in the corner for about 35 minutes after practice. Everybody's going home, hurrying to get home on a Friday. And those two are just talking about different plays, coverages they've seen in different games and how, you could kind of beat it even though this route's called or that route's called. I think I could sit over here or I could make this break and hit it. I just think they really pull on each other. And you got a guy in Cooper who's not only got the skill set to play the position, but really mentally he's like a quarterback. He feels coverages, he sees it, he knows where to be and when to be there and how he can manipulate defenders. And I think that really that relationship those two have right now and the ability to really be there for one another and count on one another in certain situations and games is producing not just the normal things that Cooper does, but also getting him those possessions and those opportunities where maybe he wouldn't have normally been a target, but Matthew trusts where he's going to be and delivers him the football.
By the way, SoFi Stadium is just a magnificent facility. I know you're playing and you got your helmet on, but do you ever look around and think, God, this place is majestic. This is an incredible stadium.
It really is, and it was loud. I mean, I think for me, being in LA, the time I've been here, for a regular season game, that was the loudest and greatest environment I've played in, and I think that it's going to be a really special place for years to come. And I know you heard some remarks from their team and also ours of just what it felt like in there, the energy, the fans. I'll tell you what, we're excited about the opportunity right now because it can be an advantage for us and something we really haven't had since we've played here.
Yeah, Andrew Whitworth, the Rams face Arizona next on Fox. That will be a wild, wild game. Can't wait for it. Great seeing you, Andrew.
Hey, look forward to it. I appreciate it.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.